The people of the world today are more divided now than ever before. It's not an accident, and there is much that can be said about this. The powers that shouldn't be have been putting in overtime and working extra hard to divide the people of the world, like chopping an onion into smaller and smaller pieces. The 1% knows that it is the 1% versus the 99%. But 95% of the 99% doesn't know that it is the 1% versus the 99%. The 1% knows that if the 99% were united, then the 99% could easily remove the 1% if and when the 99% wanted to. Which is why the 1% works hard to divide the 99%. The 1% controls the 99% not only through division, but also due to the fact that the average person has too much to lose. The 1% purposefully makes sure that the 99% has too much to lose, contrary to the popular "you will own nothing and be happy" phrase and the theories behind it. The truth is that the day that the 99% lose everything is the same day that the 1% no longer has any control over the 99%. When the day comes that the 99% lose everything, the 99% no longer have anything to lose, and this is the same day that the 99% finally unite against the real enemy. Now back to the real question. Why has the 1% been working so hard to create such extreme division? Because the 1% knows that in the near future a day is coming when civilization as a whole will crumble and fall apart right in front of our very eyes. And the 1% knows that civilization is incredibly unstable and nearing the end of the road. They know it won't last much longer, which is also why all of the in-the-know elites are building bunkers in remote areas. Unlike the 99%, the 1% knows that it always has been and always will be the 1% versus the 99%. When everything falls apart in the near future, their only goal is maintaining continuity of government at all costs, no matter what. They don't care what happens to the 99%. It's them versus the world. And they all know that it's about to be on like Donkey Kong. The division, deception, and distractions are designed to keep the 99% from seeing the bigger picture. Now stop arguing and fighting over stupid crap like they want you to be and start planning and preparing accordingly.